Hello, you wonderful people. This is Shri and Chad on a Shrad adventure. As this is our first summer in DC, we've been traveling extensively and documenting it on YouTube. During our previous Shenandoah trip with our friends, we came to know about a certain Old Rag Mountain. Turns out that is one of the most dangerous, deadly hikes in the state of Virginia. There are lots of cautionary tales. The National Park Service's website too gives a lot of warnings about this hike. And so, Chad and I decided to take our car to the Shenandoahs and hike the Old Rag.
Thornton Gap entrance, Shenandoah National Park.
Good afternoon, good sir. Yes, please. Thank you much.
At last, we've come to Matthew's Art Campground. As soon as you arrive, you come to the ranger's place.
All right, so checking in. You don't have to call in advance or anything like that. If you registered online, you just come up here, you find your name, my name,
Russell!
cross it out, and you
A36.
confirm your site number, A36. And that lets the ranger know that you showed up.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go out here, back to the main road.
Yep.
You're going to take that to a place called Thornton Gap, which is right here.
Just like last time, the number of your reservation is actually your parking spot. You've got a picnic table where you can chill. You've got a grill and a little bit of a fire area. And then there is the camping area.
We think this is where we're supposed to sleep. And I think that at some point in the far distant past, this was like a nice little flat area. Maybe the logs are supposed to block out
Flooding.
and erosion.
We ate some delicious ready-to-eat meals, which we are reviewing in a separate video. Stay tuned for that. And then we fell asleep and woke up next morning bright and early for the hike. And we are here. We are at Old Rag. We arrived at around 9:21-ish. And I already see a few people leaving. I'm guessing they are super early birds. But when we came in, there were quite a few parking spots left. This particular hike is known as one of the most dangerous hikes in Virginia, so I'm kind of excited, a little bit scared. I will not lie. Chad is not allowing me to carry much. He is carrying a whole bunch of water and stuff.
After the pass, ID to the ranger station.
When you come in, you need to make sure that you buy your day pass, and the ranger over here checks your day pass. If you have a One America pass, you need to bring it because they check that too. Did not happen last time, happened this time.
Early lessons for people to know about hiking the Old Rag in Shenandoah National Park. It's best to make reservations ahead of time because they do limit entry so that it's not too crowded. But if you haven't made reservations ahead of time and you're coming on a day or you're stopping by on a day hoping that it's slow enough, they do have a deposit box with instructions so you can pay your fees, slip them in the metal box, and hike on up the trail. Probably best if you don't even try that on a Saturday. That's a beautiful day because they won't have room. But also, there's bathrooms waiting for you when you get here. And don't take time putting on sunscreen before you go like we did, because the first big part of the trail seems to be in these beautiful woods. No sunshine. So maybe bring a small tube of sunscreen with you to apply once you get out in the open.
Just to make sure we know when we started, it's 10:10 a.m. So according to Chad's watch, this is pretty much the 1 mile marker. And you can understand that from that very cool tiny bit of a rock thin surface. Also, there's a sharp right turn. Currently in the first part of the hike, seemingly it's just walking through the woods, but the thing which makes it challenging for people who are not super fit is the fact that it's pretty steep.
It is deceptively steep. Like if you look up that hill there, it doesn't look very steep.
It really doesn't.
constant,
It's
then that
constant
starts to
uphill.
build up.
2.5 miles in, the terrain gets a lot flatter. It's almost like a field for a relatively longer stretch because it was super, super steep before this. First actual viewpoint,
Yeah.
and it's very, very pretty. So this is what we've been following, the blue marks. We've been told that the trail can veer off and you can get lost. Honestly, I don't think that's true so far, but who knows. But look for those blue signs and you'll be fine.
All right, so we are exactly 3 miles in, and this is what greets us.
Woohoo!
The flash says R18. I don't know what that means, but the blue flashing, some of them have numbers. So, 3 miles in, and we get this neat ramp thing with some crouching to be done. I don't know how tall my backpack is. Go closer to the edge. Closer to the edge. Okay. Here's a blue arrow. There we go. Oh. Huh. There's an arrow there. Down there. A little corridor. It goes all the way over that way. I'm just not sure how we're supposed to get down there. Nice day here. And you head on down. You have to sit your butt on the edge and put a hand here to stabilize. I'm here, you won't fall. There you go.
Your help?
Okay.
Okay, what? Like down
Up
now?
forward, yeah, all the arrows.
We have reached what we think is the false peak, and the view is beautiful, i.e. we can't see anything. So we met a few friends at the false peak who told us, well, this was pretty, different kind of beauty, you can't really see the bottom, but the real rock scramble begins now. Yeah, Chad is up there somewhere. I have to now do this portion. See you in a bit.
Get your right foot over there. Put your right foot where your left. Yeah, beautiful.
Perks of being short, these kind of things are easy to do. Scrambling under things, over things, a little bit difficult. We're almost at the top. Shad, I think, is close to the top. It's very pretty. Bring good shoes. It's a lot of rock scrambles. It's a lot of fun. But also, I can see this being a little bit slippery in the rain and even normal conditions. I think good shoes make the process a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Taking a slight break, we are almost near the summit.
We have 4 miles and 4.2 miles in.
The cool thing is that as a relatively short person, around 5 foot,
one or two. I was very scared that I wouldn't be able to do many of these, but seems like a lot of short people may have come here.
It's definitely more of a challenge for you vertically challenged people.
Yeah, it is more
difficult for the vertically challenged.
point being that there are steps and there are ways and techniques to do it. Most of them have like steps which even a person who is as short as me can reach. So that was pretty neat. And I was a little bit scared before doing this, but that turned out to be a good experience. Currently we can't find the blue marks anymore, so Chad is looking for them. But it's so pretty. Now that we are back on track, apparently after that blue mark there is a sideways faded blue mark.
Very faded one here, and there's one here with the sideways.
Yeah, which usually indicates go this way. We went up, straight up. It was fun, but definitely not the correct way.
We went up and over far enough that we saw the people that we had been following across the gap.
And we do not have superhuman jumping skills, so we're following the normal route.
Hello, beautiful people. We believe we have made it to the top of the old rag. There's a bunch of cool rocks, mist, beautiful scenes and sights. Lots of people sitting out on different giant rocks, which tells us that we must be at the end. We started at 10:10 and we're here at 1 o'clock, so just under 3 hours. We kept a decent pace. We had a couple stops, but I don't think we were on either extreme. I don't think we were extremely fast or extremely slow. So yeah, about 3 hours to get to the top of Old Rag, according to us.
And well, there is a top there which looks topper than our top, so let's go there.
Let's go to that topper top.
Let's go to the topper tops.
Like it's 20 feet higher. All right, let's do it.
And now we have new intel.
What I understood the people had said was that we would first get to the official summit. Like we had the best view already. They said this view was also really good, and that's the actual summit. And then I think on the way down the saddle trail, we'll see the false peak where it feels like it's the highest. That was what
clearly I did not register that, but he did. Well done. Okay, now we are going to the Old Rag Summit. So that one was not the summit? Weird.
Old Rag Mountain Summit. Elevation 3,291 feet.
Woohoo! Multiple do not walk here signs. This is apparently to protect the plants, according to Mr. Russell. And also I can hear voices in my head, i.e. Chad's headphone talking to me. Chad, do you want to give an update?
Telling us that we are at exactly 5 miles now, so it would appear that the summit is exactly 5 miles up.
All right.
According to Map My Fitness, which we know that these fitness apps can sometimes differ from one another.
Yeah.
We could probably check the maps at the backpack. They would probably tell us how far it is too, but...
Yeah. This is the summit. Very pretty. We are taking the fire road or trail back. This is really nice, especially if you're doing the rock scramble and stuff before. It feels like a cakewalk. Also, I love the fact that it's always downhill at the end when you're doing mountains or hills. But yeah, just wanted to give you an update. We started at 2:25 p.m.-ish. Let's see how much time it takes for us to get down.
We have been hiking downhill from the summit of Old Rag for 30 minutes, and we came across this beautiful view, this wonderful vista on a rock that we have seen before when we came with Peter and Sid to do a partial hike up the Old Rag. So now we know that this was the spot we stopped. Yeah, we'll link the video somewhere. if we had kept going, we'd be about 30 minutes or 45 minutes away from the top of Old Rag. Now we know. We have found ourselves a deer. A doe, a deer, a female deer. So we were just innocently walking along and suddenly I noticed something right in front of my path. A scary looking snake. But pretty sure it's dead. We have finally made it to a parking lot.
Woohoo! It is almost.
We are back at the trailhead, back at the start. We started at 10:10 and we ended at pretty much 5:10 if you count us taking a break and going to the bathroom and then realizing we should do this video. So it took us pretty much exactly 7 hours, including breaks and resting and hanging out.
Yeah.
And that's with us going up the Ridge Trail
Yeah.
to the Old Rag Summit. And then going down Bird's Nest Shelter to Saddle Trail, Old Rag Shelter Road, Weekly Hollow Fire Road, and all the way down there.
So basically, we did the entire loop, and it took us 7 hours.
Yeah.
And
6 to 10 hours hiking time is what it says here, which means we're on the lower end of that. Heck
Yay.
yeah, go us.
yeah, overall, a lot of fun.
Yep, very cool.
Now, this was our adventure. I'm
Shree and Chad on another Shrad venture. Signing out.
signing off.